And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful January the 6th at 5:51 in the morning. How are you doing? Here it's getting kind of wild, bro. Let me fix that up. Feel me? So, here's the thing. Fashion and the Lord. What the heck does that mean? Well, as always, let's get into it. By the way, I'm driving. I'm doing me technique. So, there's no one on the road. So, relax. All right, here it is. So, here's the thing. You know how people use the cross all the time as like a necklace? I don't like that. Why? Because I think in this crazy woke culture, people will be sensitive enough. And I actually saw the Pope mention this, and I saw it like in an article that I was reading. I was like, it actually makes perfect sense. He's got a good point. By the way, I don't care at all about the Pope. I'm a Christian, right? But the Pope, that's a whole other discussion. Whatever. But he did say something that made sense, which is you shouldn't be wearing like a cross as like a fashion symbol. And he doesn't like it. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that makes so much sense. Like, imagine like a rapper or something like that talking about guns and prostitutes and slinging crack, and he's wearing a cross the whole time as a fashion symbol. I don't like that. It seems wrong. Imagine if people started wearing a menorah, which is something that Jewish people wear. All right? It's religious. It's the hat, right? Imagine if people started wearing the Star of David as a fashion symbol. I guarantee you, like, Jewish people would be like, hey man, are you Jewish? So why are you wearing that? It's just, but through culture, through everything else, it's become like a fashion symbol, and I don't really care for it. It makes perfect sense why it shouldn't be used. And it also makes perfect sense how crazy it would be if you had random people wearing the Star of David, a menorah, or something from the Quran or whatever. Oh, that like, I'm gonna say it wrong. All right, that Muslim hat thing. You know what I mean? It looks very similar to a menorah. Just because it's a cool looking hat. Imagine if even something that's not religious, which is a lot more, impactful, right? But at a lesser scale. Imagine if there was like a white guy wearing one of those like Chinese rice hats, like the pointy ones that come out long, just as like a long. Do I think it's culturally insensitive? No, I actually don't. Not at all. I believe it comes from a culture. But when you're talking about the Lord, I feel like it's a certain thing that it just seems like it's out of place when you look at things in context. You know what I mean? Why would you be wearing a symbol of the Lord as a non-Christian or whatever, right? As a fashion statement. It doesn't say anything. It's the craziest thing. And then when you flip it to the other side, you see how crazy it is when you don't see people wearing the Star of David, the Jewish star, the Muslim hat, forgive me, the menorah, none of that stuff. It doesn't make sense. And I don't like it because it's inconsistent. And I'm weird. People can do whatever they want. But on the flip side of that, people can, such as myself, maybe, there you go, can make a point of things that make sense about things that don't make sense. I think all of that, in general, is a little bit confusing, but I want to keep going. And I think it's good. I think it's good to point these things out because I'm very matter of fact with everything that I see, and I'm very critical because I'm very matter of fact. Like, if somebody says something dumb, if somebody says something and I determine it to be dumb, I've put considerable thought into it, unless it's so dumb that I just don't even have to think about it. But the reason I'm very opinionated is because I put a lot of thought into stuff, and I feel like it's reckless and it's mean, and stuff like that. Not if you have a difference of opinion, but if you outright disagree with someone without any either A, pre-existing knowledge that you already knew that you can make a snap judgment, or B, like, I don't think it's a bad thing if you have like a lot of pre-existing information, right? But I do think it is a bad thing if you put no thought into it, you give a rash decision, like a damn dictator or something like that. You know what I mean? So I just had to hit on this subject because it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I just kept thinking, you know what, I gotta make a video about this, and I'm gonna have a lot of people disagree with me, most of which, if you don't like what I'm saying, you can write to the president you voted for and complain about it, okay? Because I don't care. With that being mentioned, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your time, and please stop wearing a damn cross as a fashion symbol, okay? All right, I'm imperfect, but I'm not stupid, and I think that is extremely dumb in hindsight. You get what I'm saying. Flip the script. Think about next time, instead of wearing that, think about wearing a Star of David or a menorah. Yeah, start wearing a menorah around town and see if you get called on it. And why don't you do that and the Star of David? That'll be my favorite. The best. And just wait for life to happen. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.